Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking onto this video. Today we are going to talk about my visa application to the UK. This is really an update video of how my second application went. Let's see if anything changed. Is it the same? Stuff like that. What we're gonna do today is just update the one we did a year ago. So let's get into it. Karibu, let's go. Yay! So this is gonna be a short video. It's not gonna be like the first one we did, because this is really just an update. If things have changed, what is it that I experienced this time? Are there any emotional experiences that I want to share? I know I took a few videos when I was going through it. I was vlogging a little bit when I was going through the motions of applying for the visa. So I will put that over here so that you can see it. But this is really just to tell you that nothing much has changed. If you can look at the link, this link that I'll put up here, and watch that video, you will be fine, because that's basically what I went through. I actually used my video to apply for my visa this time, so it was resourceful even for me who created it. So yeah, you can use that. What was different for me this year is, or rather with this application, is that I applied for a 2-year visa. Remember the last time I applied for a 6 months visa, but this time I wanted to test the waters and see, are they gonna give me a 2-year visa? Is it possible? Of course, it's more expensive. So that's what I'll mention. I'll mention the cost of the visa, because that's pretty much the only thing that would have changed compared to this video that we have linked again over here. Watch it. Guys, so you remember the last time we paid £115, which was coming to around 13,000. I think it was £115. It was coming to around 13,000 at that time in 2022. It's been a while. Yeah, in 2022 we paid £115 for a 6 month standard visa, visitor's visa. Now, because I wanted a longer visa really, or is it a longer period? A visa with a longer period of time, so that I don't have to keep going to the visa space and applying every so often. I felt that I appreciated the US visa and how it's there for 5 years, and I thought maybe I can also explore this option. UK also has the option of a 5-year visa, but also my passport is at the verge of expiring, so I do not want to expire with a lot of visas in it. I know you can transfer and all those other things, but I don't want to have bulky passport bags when I'm traveling and I have to carry 2 passports because one has a visa from the Rock of Ages in my new you get what I mean. So I applied for a 2-year visa this time, just to test the waters and see if it's something that is viable, and then maybe next time we'll take a bigger leap of faith and apply for a 5-year visa, because there's so much to still see in the UK, and also the visa of the UK can take you to so many other parts of the world. By the way, if you don't know that, you do now. I have not explored it, so maybe when I explore that, I will come and tell you how that works. But it grants you access to more countries than just what is in the UK. Yeah, now you know. I am blabbering right now. We've talked about the 6 months visa, which was £115. Now the 2-year visa was £432, which was coming, the amount that was deducted from my card was 79,000 Kenyan shillings. So of course you can imagine, such an amount of money, you do not want to be denied a visa. That's a lot of money. Yeah, so yes, it was 79,000 shillings, which is exactly £432. Of course, now depending on the exchange rates, it can go down, but by the time I was paying this amount in, I think it was May, it was 79k. Yeah, so I paid the monies. I applied. Let me belabor a little bit on the process and what I did. So I went to gov.uk, I applied, put in all my details, everything that they asked as per the video we've linked somewhere on this video. answered all the questions they asked, paid 79,000 shillings, went to the TLS contact page. They redirected me. I uploaded my documents because we are all about saving money and we needed to save money with the self-service upload. So we did the self-service upload, and then we booked a date for dropping our documents, which we ended up going on the 23rd of May. Myself at 11, I will also be going to the UK VFS place, and I will also get my visa. And yeah, we will all be traveling. This is the year of moving. Dropped my documents, waited. They still need you to leave page 1 of your application. That's the only thing they ask for. They didn't ask for anything else. Of course, they'll get your biometrics, your picture, your fingerprints, your voice. I still spoke to that camera up there. They will collect your biometrics and your page 1 of your application, and then you go and wait. Remember, the site will give you the process of how things are going. They will tell you when the application has been received, when the application has left the VSC. VSC is the Visa Application Center and gone to the decision makers in the consulate. I think that's what they're called. But yes, so once it has left the visa VSC space to the other guys, and once it, and the process that goes through there, how they'll make a decision and then bring it back to the VSC guys and then tell you to come and pick it up. So we went through those motions. Here are the videos. Hey, it is the 23rd of May. It's exactly how many days since we dropped our application. We dropped our application on 15th. It's exactly 1 week, but in working days it is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's been 5 days, 6 days. Guys, I'm so tired. It's 8:30 p.m. I still have a few more things to do before I go home, so don't mind me, but let me count again. 16th, 15, 16, 17, 20, 21, 22, 23. 7 days. It's exactly a week since I dropped my application. I decided to just check the TLS contact page. Remember in our previous video, which I have tagged over here, I said that you can always check the progress of how your application is going. So I've just done that, and it is saying that my application is on someone's desk. So I'm seated here wondering, is it just seated there? Are they like sleeping on a decision? Is the decision positive? Are they thinking, this girl applied and now she's applying again? Why is she applying again? You know, so many things in my head. But I guess we keep waiting. They say 15 working days for, no, they actually just say 15 days. So I'm assuming it's 15 days in total to process your visa. I guess we wait. And these are the current emotions that I'm going through. I will let you know once they tell me anything. They'll tell me about the visa, if anything. Yeah. But for now, these are the emotions that I have. I'm just wondering, what are they thinking? What have they decided? Have they even looked at my application? Are they printing? Is it that my application is on someone's desk because they're waiting to print the visa on it? You know, so many thoughts in my head, but I thought I should just pick the camera and throw those thoughts. And I'm sure these thoughts are with a lot of us when you're making our applications. I'm sure I'm not alone. You're always so anxious and wondering, even if you kind of know it's a sure bet, but is it? Because at the end of the day, it's at the discretion of the officer who's looking at your application. And they could have woken up with a bad day and decide, no, today I'm not giving anyone visas, you know. I'm rambling. But yeah, this is what they've said. That's a screenshot. I'm putting it over here. Yeah, we keep waiting. We see how long this will last. Yeah. Bye. Yeah, and then we got our call. Here's the video. Hi. I just thought let me pop in here and tell you what's happening with this visa situation. It is now Friday the 24th. 2 days ago is when I was looking at the process and how far it had gone. And today I got an email message at around 1:45 telling me that a decision has been made on my visa application by UKVI. So okay, yay to that. And then I went to the portal where the process is showing how far it's gone, and it had said that my document has been taken to the VAC, which is the Visa Application Center. I was debating if I should just walk in, but I feel like I think you need an email from them to tell you that you need to go and pick your passport, if it has a visa in it or not. So I decided to wait, and today being a Friday, obviously they're not open tomorrow or on Sunday, so I have to wait till Monday. But they didn't tell me anything until it's currently 2028. So until around 3:46, I saw another email from TLS contact people telling me that my application is ready for collection, and they sent this email. I'll put it on the screen over here. So yay, now I can go and collect it, but I can't collect it now because it's they send this email at 3:46 and they close collection at 3 p.m. So I guess it's Monday. But can you imagine the nerves that the weekend have to offer? Because now I'm just seated here wondering, do I have it? Do I have it not? Did they grant me 2 years because I applied for 2 years? I don't know if I mentioned that already, or did they not? So yeah, here, this is the space we're in right now. At least a decision has been made. It's been pretty much 5 days, 6 days, a week. Impressive, really, because the last time I think it took like 6 weeks. So this is quite impressive. But yeah, I guess on Monday we shall go to 9 West, collect our passports with a visa in it, because we have faith that we have the visa. Yes, and then go to the UK after that, pretty much. So this was just an update of what has happened 2 days later. So I guess I will enjoy my weekend and wait for Monday, first thing in the morning, very early in the morning, because they open I think from 8 according to their website. Let's check. Yeah, their website says they open at 8:30. Oh wait, for passport return they open from 8:30 to 3:30 p.m. So Monday to Friday. So I'll go on Monday very early in the morning if I can and collect my passport with the visa in it. Hi Abasi, bye bye. That's it for now. That's all I have for now. Just nerves and at least good news. And also I think the other thing in my head is like, if it's positive, do they take such a short time to make such decisions? Because I'll imagine if they needed to if it was positive, I'm hoping it is, but they will do due diligence, like call the bank, call the all those documents they'll need to verify, so it should take a little bit longer. But it's taken such a short period of time for it to my head is just going in circles. I don't like this. I don't like the position we are put in because of our passports, if you know what I mean. But yeah, wacha tungoje tuone. Kwa heri kwa sasa. Oh my goodness, the day was about to end without me telling you what happened today. Today is Monday. I went to get my visa and my passport. So the cat is out of the bag. Yes, I got my visa. Yeah. And it is for 2 years because that's what I applied for. Yeah. I couldn't do it earlier because I went to the visa place with my mom, and I was quite indulged in spending quality time with my mother, so I couldn't pick up the camera and tell you guys. But I got the visa. I'm so happy. Also, this time, I don't know if it happened last time and I was just over prepared, but this time they asked for my ID, a copy of my ID. I didn't have it, so they had to send me downstairs. In fact, I went outside the 9 West building, the next building. They charged me 20 shillings to get my ID copied. So now you know, make a copy in your most convenient, affordable space so that you don't have to go and make a copy when you're collecting your passport. Something else we need to know right now, they're not strict on masks, on wearing masks. So now you can go in there without a mask. But I got my visa. I'm so happy. I'm actually in the office right now and I am trying to window shop for flights. So by the time you're watching this, I might be on my way back or already, I don't know. But this is my birthday trip. I'm so excited. We'll see what to do. Maybe I'll put this one first and then we'll watch Zanzibar, what happened in Zanzibar, which it's something that happened in April, and then we'll talk about, and then we'll come back and watch what my birthday trip is about. This will help you stay tuned, huh? It will, yeah? Anyway, that is the news. I got my visa. It's 2 years old. Disadvantage is that they dated it 23rd of May, which kind of sucks because I'm losing a few days. I had applied from 15th of June, so I've lost a few days in my visa that I will not ever get back, but it's fine. I'll still end up traveling for almost 2 years with it. So yeah. Bye. And then we actually traveled to the UK for my birthday and enjoyed ourselves over there, and that content is coming up shortly, so stay tuned. Oh yeah, there's another difference. Apart from applying for a 2-year visa, the other thing I did compared to the previous video is that I stated that my stay will be in a hotel as opposed to being hosted by a friend. So this time I was going on my own, you know. So that was also something that was giving me a lot of nerves, because I was like, I know last time I applied with a friend, I don't know if they will consider me going alone. Am I big enough? Will they see that? You know, all those questions that go through your head. So yes, that was another different thing I did. I applied that I will stay in a hotel. No, they do not need your booking reservation, but they will ask for the address of the hotel. So what I did is I went to the booking.com, looked at a place that I'll be comfortable with staying. During my stay, I was applying to go to Manchester this time. A place I'll be comfortable staying within my budget, of course, because you want to show them that you're financially wise, I think. So yes, a place that I was comfortable staying within my budget in Manchester, and I put those details. I think it was Radisson Blu. I put Radisson Blu down on my application. Of course, it is not set on stone. You don't have to actually, now when you get your visa, go to Radisson Blu and actually stay there. They will not check. But it's important to know that you can stay there. And what I mean is that it's important to show proof that you can stay there financially, in case they need a reservation. Do you have it? Things like that. But for the UK visa, they don't need a reservation. You just mention that you're gonna stay here for this period of time. Of course, you're gonna share your itinerary. Itinerary will also show that when you stay at Radisson Blu in the city center, you can go to these places that are close to your hotel. You know what I mean? Like, your information needs to correspond with your activities. Your accommodation cannot be that you're staying in Nanyuki and your activities are in Nairobi. It will not make sense. Let me use Kenya for example, because it's easier to explain that way. So you can't have activities in Nanyuki and your accommodation is in Nairobi, and you're saying every single day you'll be leaving Nairobi to go to Nanyuki to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 activities. Your activities, if you're staying in Nairobi, your activities should be in Nairobi. If you're staying in Nanyuki, your activities should be in Nanyuki. So look into accommodation that is close, in proximity, even if it's walking, in proximity to what activities you're putting in your itinerary. So that was the other different thing I did. I didn't put the accommodation of my friend. I used a hotel this time. I applied for a 2-year visa, used the hotel as accommodations. Those are the only 2 tweaks that I did to my visa this time, and got it. Yeah. So I'm going to add a short segment of Q&A. I'll answer like 4 or 5 questions of some of the questions that came through on my previous video from 1 or 2 of you people, and see if this information will be useful for the next person who's applying in one way or another. So let me get my laptop, which is always over here, and just go through the questions, see what I can answer, or rather through the comments, see what questions I can answer, and then we can close this video over there. Is that good? I hope that's good. I hope we all learned something from here. Hiya. A question of how much money, I think we already answered this before. How much should you have in your bank account to show that you're able to take care of yourself in the UK for a week's trip or whatever period of time you put on your visa application? Like I said, use your discretion. More is more when it comes to visa applications. It's important to always show that you can support yourself when you come back to your country once your visit in the UK is over. So you need to show that you have liquid money for sustenance in the UK and sustenance back at home once you're done with your vacation. Different articles say different things. Some articles say you need to have at least £150 per day, inclusive of accommodation. So you need to look for a budget that will include accommodation, food, activities per day, which will be equivalent to £150 a day. And then, for example, if you're going for 7 days, write it for 7 days. Another hack, don't tell them I told you. You can do, if your monies are not a lot, say you want to go to the UK for 4 months, and you know you'll be fine in the UK for 4 months. So, of course, because you know how to survive out there, you do not have to tell them you're going for 4 months if your money in your account will not show that you can support yourself for 4 months. What you can do is apply for a week, because a standard visa in the UK is 6 months, as opposed to Schengen visas where they actually give you the exact dates. Most of them give you the exact dates that you apply for. The UK will give you 6 months regardless of how long you're actually planning to stay. If you're planning to stay for 3 days, they'll give you 6 months. If you're planning to stay for 4 months, they'll give you 6 months. If you're planning to stay for 5 days, they'll give you 6 months. So if your money in the account can support an application for 7 days, yet your initial plan or desire is to stay for 3 months, apply for 7 days and then figure out your life. Of course, maybe your money is coming up later. Remember, don't go and stay in a country where you don't have money. UK is quite expensive. Don't go there without money. But if you know your money is gonna come by the time you're going to travel for 3 months, apply for 7 days, because that's the money that is actually reflecting in your account, and then proceed to make your application. And then, once you get your visa, travel for 6 months, as long as you do not overstay your visa. Remember that point I keep emphasizing: never overstay your visa. Hiya. Another question here is, hi there, how long after the biometrics did you receive your decision and was informed to collect your passport? Also, on your application form, how long did you write you will be visiting the UK? So I think I've answered most of this information before, but how long it took this particular time was 7 days in total. However, the website says that it takes 15 days to apply for your visa and get it. So go with that information at the back of your head that it takes at most 15 days. So it can take lesser than 15 days, but at most 15 days. This particular application, I wrote that I'll be there for a week, which was true. I was gonna be there for a week, and I applied for 2 years. So yes, you just write the time you're gonna be there. But like I said, if you wanna be there for a longer period of time, you can still write a shorter period of time and stay for a longer period of time. No one is gonna check and compare. At least I've not seen that happen. As long as you are able to financially sustain yourself in that country you're going to. That's the caveat. Last question, because I feel like it's gonna be a lot if I answer a lot. I don't want the video to be too long. It was really just an update video. So let me look for one last question. Hey Grace, when a friend or colleague is writing your recommendation letter, which address should one use? When a friend or colleague in the UK is writing you, who is going to the visa office, an a recommendation letter or an invite letter. I would expect it to be an invitation letter as well. They should use their address, because they're saying, I'm assuming they're saying that they will stay with you. If they're staying with you, they need to write their address, because that is the same address you will be using in your visa application to say that this is where you're going to be staying at your friend's / colleague's place. So they should write their details, their address in the application. Are we good? I think we're good. Oh, let me answer one last question. Help out, please. When will my visitor's visa start working? Is it from the date I collected my passport or the intended date I indicated during my visitor's application? My visa application, sorry. I put 21st July as my intended date of travel. That's an interesting question. Let me get my passport. The visa you apply, I was gonna show you everything, but I feel like it's gonna show so much of my details. Let me see. When you get your visa, it has a valid from and a valid to, if you can see that. So it tells you when you can go out of your country. So like I think I mentioned in one of the videos that I was taking when I was vlogging my experience, I applied for my visa saying that I want to start my travels on 15th of June. However, when I got my visa on my passport, the validity started on 23rd of May 2024. What that means is that I can start traveling on 23rd of May 2024 and make sure I am out of that country before my visa expires. Oh, there's a caveat here. I'm going to talk about it shortly, but let me finish this topic. Let me answer this question. Validity of your visa is what is on your visa, not what you applied. I applied from June. I got my validity from May, so I can start my travels in May, even if my application say I wanted to start traveling in June. We good? I hope you're good. So what date you look at is not the date you applied for, but the date that is on the document that they put on your passport. Good. Now I was gonna talk about, and I've digressed. What was I gonna talk about? Oh yeah, and a bonus point that I wanted to mention is, even if I have a 2-year visa that is valid, I cannot be in that country for 2 years consecutively. I am only allowed to be in that country 6 months per visit. So for example, like what I mentioned during my US, there's a US video I did about my stay. I'll link it over here. You can only stay in that country. The conditions of this 2-year visa is I can only stay in that country for 6 months per visit. I can't stay for the whole 2 years. 6 months per visit is the caveat when you're applying for a visa that is longer than 6 months. Frequently asked questions, especially from my previous video. How can you get in touch with me if you want to know a little bit more about my visa process, if you want to just pick my brain on the visa process and anything in between those lines when it comes to travel? I'll put a link on the description box where you can get in touch with me and we can book an appointment and get to talk and see how we can move from there. I guess that's it with the questions. Let's talk more in the comments. Sawa. I just want to encourage you to continue applying for your visas. Things will work out. You will have your visa once you do as the visa people ask you to do. Again, refer to my initial video. I'm sorry I keep referring to that, but this is really an update of that video, so of course I'll keep referring to that. Yes, but all the best if you're in the process of applying for a visa. I hope you get it. I hope we get to see each other out there in the UK's traveling. All the best if you're applying for visas for any other different country out here, but the process is pretty much the same. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. I will catch up with you guys later. Have a beautiful, beautiful weekend.